Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten 774 here, bringing you the next video in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. We were just able to get this cupboard open and found a couple of slugs and a gemstone. We haven't talked to Lori recently yet, though.
Yes?
Guess I better get to work.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
And that's why we haven't talked to Lori. We don't really have anything to tell her, I guess. So, continuing on. I think we need to go to that slug table, because now that sounds so weird. It sounds like a table that's just covered in slugs, like the ones that are like snails but without shells. But that's what they call these little metal pieces. They call them slugs, apparently. So, we now have 5 pieces. We need to get 3 pieces to equal 4, and then another piece to equal 1, I believe. So that would be subtracting 3. So how would we get 4 with 3 pieces? We could do 7 plus 2. We could do 1 plus 2. We could do 7. Well, let's just start trying things. 7 plus like 1 would be, no. What about 7 plus 8? That's too big. 8 plus 2. See, and that needs to be 4. What if 2 and 7? That would be 1. What if we did 7 plus 1 minus 3? That's 5. Times 2 is 6. Yeah. This is tricky. Do we have the ones that we need? What about 3 and 2 minus 1 gives me 4. Okay, and this has to be a 1. But it could be a positive 1. Couldn't it? Oh no, we unlocked it now, so we just need to be able to get to 1 with 4 pieces. That should be easy enough. What if we did, oh, come on. Can I rearrange them? So there's minus 4, but then we need minus 1 using 4 pieces, or positive 1. Gives me positive 3. Okay, so once I put them on there, it gets rid of them. So neither of those would work, because this makes it positive 4, and this makes it positive 3. Is there another way to do this? No, that just cancels out. How on earth do we do this? 7 minus 3 is 4. 7 plus 5 minus 1. There we go, that's 4. And then minus 3 is 1. There we go.
I just opened the stove in the dining car.
Yes! Magic! Okay, let's go open the stove in the dining car. We're on our way, we're gonna do cool things. Oh!
What is that?
It's a ghost! Totally looks like one, too. Oh, if I saw that in real life, I'd be doing this. I'd be running down the car. That's so weird. The idea of a moving place being able to be haunted. Okay, before we talk to anyone, let's look in the stove, because I want to see what's inside.
James Thurston.
I hereby agree to pay James Thurston the sum of $9 a week plus room and board in return for his services as the engineer of my train. Okay, so his engineer's name is James Thurston. Cool. Shall I let the Hardy Boys know? Oh, whoa. Hi, guys.
Nancy, you missed it.
Missed what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
Oh, come on. You heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
Who?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look into it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find us.
But I have important things to tell you.
Back already?
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
See you later.
You know where to find us.
Okay, good. You guys do that, and I'll talk to Charlena about her argument with Lori.
More questions?
What were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
You weren't angry?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank and Joe Hardy who overheard you. They said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that. A storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received compensation for it. She's reading the book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
You stole one of her ideas?
She had no business sending me unsolicited material. But technically, yes. Now, legally, she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything. And it's not as if she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
Remember, if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
You just don't like to share gossip about yourself. Stealing Lori's ideas. Very interesting. Let's check in with everyone else, I guess. Gives the Hardy boys some time to figure out some more stuff about the engineer. Check in with everyone. I wonder if we can tell John that we're like, hey, we don't suspect you of stopping the train.
What's up?
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
Charlena said Jake Hurley used to see them too, only he attributed them to his dead wife, Camille.
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being compressed as the train passes over them, and the resultant voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train's shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction. It was custom built, remember.
So it's a natural phenomenon, not a ghostly one?
Take it from me, old Mother Nature was capable of some pretty scary stuff.
I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye.
Interesting. I do like that his character isn't just like 100% everything is a ghost. Like, if he thinks there's a scientific explanation for something, he will actually tell you that scientific explanation. Okay, let's check in with Tino.
I can't stay mad at a fellow detective. What do you need?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Well, what I need is for you to move so I can take the amethyst out of that cigar clipper. But you refuse to do that, apparently.
I wonder if that eagle has something to do with the eagle in that painting in the dining car.
I'm sure it does, but we only have 5 slugs and we need 6, so we'll have to do that later. I'm sure we'll find a 6th one somewhere. Let's go talk to Lori. Maybe she can tell us more about the book.
Before you say anything, I just want to say thank you.
For what?
Tino came to see me. He said you'd made him realize what a jerk he'd been for dumping me, and then he asked me out. Isn't that great? He said he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He thinks we make the perfect couple.
Well, I can't argue with him there.
So what do you want?
Guess I better get to work.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
Oh, I will. I'm guessing Frank and Joe have found some juicy information by now about Mr. James Thurston. So let's go figure that out. How nice that Tino and Lori are together. How sweet. And I'm surprised that the wallpaper on most of this train is in such good condition. I mean, I do like how they have the carpets worn, and I guess these ones are a little more dirty. There's a little more dimension to these ones. It's definitely interesting. No more ghosts. No more ghosts outside the train. What'd you guys find?
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
Ooh! This is a big milestone. We're close to Copper Gorge now. Iowa is cows, Nebraska is corn, and Wyoming, no, Colorado is caribou? Yes, made it to Copper Gorge. I love this place. This is such a cool location. Okay, where should we go? Let's go into this museum first. Copper Gorge Museum and Taffy Shop.
Hey there! Welcome to Buell's Old Time Taffy House. Come on over here. Welcome, stranger. Listen, you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
There's a rumor going around that Charlena Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact, yes, it is.
Hot dang if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written. Best writer whatever lived. Did she get off the train too?
I don't think so. She's pretty busy.
Charlena Purcell herself right here in Copper Gorge, breathing the same air as me. Hot dang! Well, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
So this is some kind of museum?
Why, it's the best kind of museum, sister. It's free. You can gape and gawk and ooh and ah to your heart's content. Least you can till I close up.
Are you Buell?
Do I sound like a Buell to you?
Sorry, the costume kinda, threw me off.
Oh, right. Sometimes I forget I'm wearing this thing. Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbrokering. So the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams, what he called it. Couldn't bring himself to get rid of it. So, he passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourist attraction.
And you make money by selling taffy?
Tourists just love taffy. Especially when you dangle a free sample in front of them to get them hooked. Of course, it ain't really free. Some taffy on a stick will cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact of the matter is they're free. Unless you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be headfirst in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley. He was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here. Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q, don't touch.
Pleasure talking to you.
Be right here if you got any questions.
Good old Fatima. Alright, well, we will start exploring Copper Gorge in our next part. Thanks so much for watching, fellow detectives. See you soon.